As video editors, we want to get shit done. We don't want to be wasting time because most of us are paid by project. And if you're paid $100 to do it and it takes you 20 hours, of course it's not gonna be worth it. And throughout the last 5 years, I've made tons of mistakes. But in this video, I'm just gonna help you out a lot. We all wanna be more productive, right? I mean, if you're not a bitch, you're gonna be saying, hell yeah, I wanna be more productive because that will directly correlate to the amount of money that you're gonna earn. And if you don't live a life of scarcity, you're gonna be saying, hell yeah, I want my pockets to be full. If not, then you're a bitch. What are we gonna do about it? Nothing, right? Let's begin. The first step is planning the editing process. A lot of video editors just, let's say, they get a video to edit and they just start. But there is a little problem because if you just start working on a video without knowing the kind of style that you're looking for exactly, without what you're gonna do first, you're letting your brain make decisions for you. And we don't want that. Before each video that you edit, you will take some sticky note or like go into Apple Notes. I don't give a fuck. Get something that you can write on. And you will write the exact process that you're gonna follow to edit the video. Let's say first you're gonna cut the silence, then you're gonna do the B-roll, do the J-cuts, then you're gonna add the music, and then sound effects. Basically a step-by-step process. You can do this in Notion, you can do this literally anywhere, it's just important that you do it. Because if not, you're actually gonna waste maybe half an hour more, which is quite a lot of time. So if you're planning on editing a new video today, make sure that you do this, right? Because you don't want to be wasting half an hour or an hour. Depending on your size of your balls, 1 hour could be worth $40, $50, even $100, which you don't want to lose. Now, the second step to be more productive is getting the keyboard shortcuts. What I mean by that? Well, there is some commands that we use really often, such as split, such as ripple delete, such as classic delete. And the way I like to think about it is we got two hands. I mean, if you're a human, I don't know, if you're an alien or something else, then right, like skip to the next step. But we have two hands. And let's say we have a laptop right here. We want to be utilizing both of our hands because I see many people who have, let's say, all of their shortcuts on the left hand. And then when they need to click some button that's on the other side of the keyboard, they just like gotta look at it and think about it, which I think is still a waste of time. Actually making your keyboard layout is so fucking important. The way I do it is with my right hand, I'm on the trackpad. And with my left hand, I got ripple delete on Q, on W, I got copy. Everything is done with both hands. So that way we are utilizing the power that God has given us, Now, if you go into your video editing software, whether it's Adobe, whether it's DaVinci, and you set these keyboard shortcuts, it's gonna be actually kind of tough getting used to them, but I think it takes around 2-3 days for you to like get used to it, and then after, let's say, a week or two, if you are editing for a respectable amount of time, it's just gonna become normal. So basically first you're gonna be slow and then you're gonna get faster over time. The third productivity hack is caffeine. People ask me, like, how did you get used to speaking on camera? Like, why are your videos so great? Well, before filming this video, I took 3 pills of caffeine. That's like 300 milligrams. And that's why this video is so fucking awesome, right? But how you can use it for video editing is you can kind of plan what's the main task of, let's say, today. Imagine we have a client and he wants us to edit his gaming video, for an example. The main task would probably be cutting up the silences. And sometimes, especially when you wake up early, it's kind of hard to focus on the timeline. You get distracted by Instagram, your bitch is messaging you. Right, we don't want that. We want to be focused when we work. And so what caffeine does is basically it kind of gets you started. And so how can you use caffeine is that, let's say you're planning to edit for 3 hours, and after each hour you're gonna take a 10-minute break. On each 10-minute break and before starting the first session, you're gonna take 1 pill of 100 milligrams or make a coffee. I like pills because I don't give a fuck about spending 5 to 10 minutes making a coffee. I can just down it and that's it. If you don't want coffee and you don't want pills, I don't know, be fucking British, drink some tea. But know that the effect is first of all best with the pills because it's pure caffeine, then with coffee, and then with tea. Now last month had someone tell me, but too much caffeine is bad for you. No, it's fucking not. The little doses, like fucking 2 grams. You're gonna take like 600 a day, 500 a day, 5-6 hours of focused work. That much better than working for 3 days for 6 hours each day, but your work is shit, right? The fourth productivity hack that's gonna get you money into your fucking pockets, so much so that you won't be able to fit it all into your pocket, is gonna be your diet. Now, you're probably like, wait, what? Diet? How does that make sense? Well, let me explain to you something. Your grandpa, the way he ate was, first of all, he had to go get a fucking spear. Like, he fucking played Minecraft. He took a stick, he took a stone, he made it stick together, so he had a spear. Then when he has a spear, he went out. When he woke up, he didn't wake up, make cereal and then just eat. He first of all had to make a spear, then go hunt, and after he was done with the hunt, he then ate. The way we can do the same thing in the real world, because nowadays nobody fucking chases animal in the morning, is our hunt is gonna be our work. So you wanna be working either fasted or without eating carbs. Why carbs? Basically carbohydrates, if you don't know what carbs are, it's pasta, it's pastry, it's pizzas, it's oats, anything with gluten, pretty much. So when we eat foods like this, they take a lot of power and a lot of blood to actually digest. And when we digest stuff, a lot of energy that should be used for the hunt, it goes into the digesting. So we just wasted energy. I do the keto diet, the ketogenic diet, which makes working so much easier. It's basically where you just eat protein and fats, and it's also really good for losing weight. So I'm putting you guys on, even on a diet plan, bro. Like, imagine earning money, losing weight. I mean, can it get fucking better than that? Also, if you're drinking caffeine next to this, you also need to be drinking a lot of water, because caffeine dehydrates you. So you must be like chugging 4 liters per day, 5 liters per day, but drink fucking water. That's not even hard. If you can drink water, then what the fuck can you do? And the fifth and the last productivity hack in this video is gonna be making sure your environment is cleaned and organized. What I've realized is that if, let's say, I'm in my room and my bed is not made, I have shirts thrown all over the room, my desk is not clean, it kind of distracts you. You know, we can get our phone, we can throw it away, that's not a problem, but when your room is not clean and when your environment isn't enjoyable and comfortable to work in, it's a fact that you're gonna be working less hard. Oh my god, my eye is twitching of the coffee. Yeah, that's another side effect, bro. Fucking Android notification, what the fuck? Either way, you're gonna be working harder and you're gonna be working much more if you enjoy working. Hopefully that makes sense. You must be a dumbass to not understand that, but that's literally a fact. That's why people go to coffee shops to work, and you can do that as well. You know, I love doing that, because if you enjoy working, you're gonna work more. Thanks for staying until the end. That's pretty much it. Subscribe, like, I don't know, share this with someone who you think this is Okay. Share this with someone who you think this is gonna be helpful for, and I'll see you in the next one.